You don't need to spend a fortune to get a good wireless gaming mouse anymore. That's been true for a while. But the Pulsefire Haste 2 core wireless from HyperX is aiming to take that idea even further. It's light, wireless, responsive, and affordable. But at just $50 US, what exactly are you giving up? Let's find out. Welcome to the Tech Shed. So let's start with what matters most, the price. The Haste 2 core wireless comes in at around $50 US, sometimes lower on a sale, and that puts it right in that budget territory. But what's impressive is that on a spec sheet it actually gets close to some mice that cost twice as much. Now, it's not trying to compete with top-end gear like the Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2, the Razer Viper V2 Pro, or the glorious Model O2 Wireless, all of which have ridiculously long names and are north of $100 US. Those mice have ultra-high-end sensors, lower weight, longer battery life in some cases, and optical switches. But what HyperX has done here is deliver the core essentials: strong wireless performance, a decent sensor, and a comfortable, lightweight design at a much lower cost. If you look at similarly priced mice like the Logitech G305 or the Razer Orochi V2, I think it's Orochi, the Haste 2 core wireless stacks up well. It's significantly lighter than the G305, and unlike the Orochi, which is very compact and better for fingertip grip, this has a more traditional, medium-sized shape that suits more grip styles. It also includes both 2.4 GHz and Bluetooth, which isn't a given at this price. So from a competition standpoint, this isn't trying to dethrone the top-tier mice, but it's a well-rounded, budget-friendly alternative that keeps up where it counts. The shape here is symmetrical, medium-sized, and safe. There's no aggressive sculpting, just a comfortable, neutral design that works for palm, claw, and fingertip grips. If you've got medium to larger hands, it's likely to feel just right. It weighs around 70 grams with the battery, which is impressive considering it's a solid shell with no holes. It feels light and agile in use, and the matte plastic finish gives a decent amount of grip without feeling too rough. It's easy to mistake a lightweight build with lack of quality, but overall it's solid, no creaking, no flexing, nothing that screams budget. The side buttons are well placed, the scroll wheel feels clean with defined steps, and there's just a single RGB light behind the scroll wheel that turns off quickly to save power. It's not flashy, and that's the point. It's built to perform, not show off. HyperX is using its own sensor here. It tops out at 12,000 dpi with 300 IPS tracking speed and 35G acceleration. Now, for context, dpi controls how sensitive the mouse feels. Higher dpi means the cursor moves further with less physical movement. Most people stick between 800 and 1600 dpi for gaming, so 12,000 is more than enough headroom. IPS, or inches per second, refers to how fast you can physically move the mouse before the sensor stops tracking accurately. 300 IPS means you'd have to fling the mouse across the desk at a ridiculous speed before it fails to keep up, and realistically, most people will never come close to that. Then there's acceleration. 35G means the sensor can handle sudden changes in movement without skipping. So in short, this mouse is built to keep up with fast flicks, sharp turns, and rapid swipes in shooters and other quick reaction games. Now, the clicks are handled by TTC Gold switches rated for 20 million clicks. They're crisp and responsive with a solid feel that holds up well in fast-paced games. It's not the most premium switch out there, but it does the job. You also get onboard DPI switching and a 1000 Hz polling rate over 2.4 GHz wireless, which means the mouse is sending input data to your PC 1000 times per second, giving you a responsive, snappy feel in-game. Pretty good specs for a $50 mouse. Connectivity is handled through both 2.4 GHz and Bluetooth 5.2, which gives you flexibility depending on whether you're gaming or just using it for work. The 2.4 GHz connection feels just as responsive as a wired mouse. It's even NVIDIA Reflex certified, which gives some extra confidence for competitive use. Now, here's where things get a little different. This mouse runs on a AAA battery. That means no USB-C, no charging cable. You're just swapping out batteries the old-fashioned way. On one hand, that helps keep the weight and cost down. On the other, you do need to have a spare battery handy if it dies during use. Now, battery life is very respectable, up to 100 hours on 2.4 GHz and even longer on Bluetooth. If you use a rechargeable AAA, you'll be fine, but if you're someone who prefers plug-and-play recharging, this could be a downside. Customization is handled through HyperX's Ingenuity software. It lets you adjust DPI stages, remap buttons, change lighting effects, and save one onboard profile. It's not the flashiest software suite out there, and it's only available on Windows, but it covers the basics well enough. The mouse stores your preferred settings directly, so once you've set it up, you don't need the software again, which is ideal if you're swapping between PCs or even using it on a console. So with all that covered, the battery specs, the design, what's my final verdict on this mouse? Well, the HyperX Pulsefire Haste 2 Core Wireless is built around smart compromises. You're not getting the most advanced switches or sensors on the market, and you'll have to deal with swapping a AAA battery out now and again, but what you do get is a responsive, lightweight wireless gaming mouse that performs reliably, feels comfortable in hand, and delivers serious value. For casual players, competitive gamers on a budget, or anyone looking to upgrade from a basic wired mouse, it's a really solid choice. The shape is versatile, the sensor holds up under pressure, and the dual wireless modes make it great for both gaming and day-to-day use. If you're chasing absolute top-end specs or need a rechargeable mouse with the highest end sensor and polling rates, this won't be your first pick. But if you want great performance for half the price of a flagship, the Haste 2 Core Wireless delivers exactly that, and not much else needs to be said. Let me know what you think. Would you use the Haste 2 Core Wireless, or does the reliance on a battery put you off? Drop a comment below, give a thumbs up if this video helped you out, maybe even hit that subscribe button. You've been watching The Tech Shed, and I'll catch you in the next one.